Here's an interesting question which requires you to calculate the next number in the sequence. You're presented with 4 numbers. 3 of them are visible, and the 4th number you need to calculate. So the first 3 numbers are 1, 4, and 10, and you need to calculate the 4th number. You have 4 different choices. Choice A, 15, choice B, 17, choice C, 19, and choice D, 21. Do you see the answer? If you're practicing for the test, give yourself 20 seconds to recreate real test conditions. You can pause this video to see if you can come up with the solution. Ready or not, I'm going to move forward and reveal to you my way to solve this. As usual, my advice to you, always look for patterns. And pattern in this case is that the next number is calculated as previous number plus number in the sequence minus 1 in parentheses and minus 1 multiplied by 3. So to calculate the missing number, let's walk through the sequence. The first number in the sequence is 1. Second number, where sequence number is 2, can be calculated as previous number 1 plus in parentheses 2 minus 1 multiplied by 3, which is 1 plus 3 equals 4. The third number, where sequence number is 3, could be calculated as 4 plus 2 multiplied by 3 equals 10. So the missing number, where n sequence number equals 4, can be calculated as 10 plus 4 minus 1 in parentheses multiplied by 3 equals 19. So the correct choice here is choice C, 19. Hope you found the solution to this challenge on your own, and if you see any alternative ways to solve it, please make sure to post in comments. Here's an interesting question which may not be as easy as it looks. Defective clock gains 5 minutes every hour. What will be the cumulative degree angle clock's second-hand travel in 1 hour? You're presented with 4 different choices. Choice A, 360 degrees. Choice B, 360.5 degrees. Choice C, 390 degrees. And choice D, 380 degrees. Typically on the test, you get between 10 to 15 seconds to solve these types of challenges. Make sure to give yourself a little bit of time if you're trying to recreate the real test conditions. Ready or not, I am going to move forward and share with you the solution to this challenge. To solve this challenge, we need to emphasize the fact that defective clock gains 5 minutes every hour, which means that in 1 hour, defective clock's minute hand travels 65 minutes, which is calculated as 60 minutes for 1 hour plus 5 extra minutes. Typical clock moves a minute hand every 1 minute, and it moves it to 6-degree angle, which is calculated as 360 degrees divided by 60 minutes, which equals 6 degrees, which means that the 65-minute angle would be represented by 65 multiplied by 6, which would be equal to 390-degree angle. Obviously, as with a lot of problems, there is an alternative way to solve it. Since 1 hour movement of the minute hand is represented by 360 degrees, we can look at 12 numbers on the clock, and each number on the clock is an increment of 5 minutes. 5 minutes is represented by 30-degree angle, which is calculated as 360 degrees divided by 12 number, which equals 30 degrees. So 65 minutes would be represented by 360 degrees for the full circle plus 30 degrees for extra 5 minutes, which would be 390-degree angle. Did you find other alternative solutions? Please make sure to share them in comments. A lot of people ask, how can I help on this channel? One of the best ways to help is to help other people answer the questions that they're getting. If you know the answer to the question you see in comments, please post the answer in the comment section of this video. And now let's continue and get you ready for the test. Here's the question, which seems easy but has some tricky elements to it. You need to calculate the current age of Shyla. If the ratio of ages between Mira and Shyla is 5 to 4, After 3 years, their age ratio changes and becomes 11:9. You need to calculate the current age of Shyla, and you have 4 different choices. Choice A, 23 years. Choice B, 24 years. Choice C, 25 years. And choice D, 26 years. Give yourself a little bit of time, maybe pause this video to see if you can come up with the solution on your own. Ready or not, I am going to share with you my solution. But if you have a better way to solve it, please make sure to share it in comments. To solve it, we need to define a variable x, which would be a ratio between Mira's and Shyla's current age. If that's the case, then the current age of Mira will be 5x, and the current age of Shyla will be 4x, which means that we can build an equation and calculate the ratio of ages after 3 years. In this equation, we will have 5x plus 3 divided by 4x plus 3, which would be equal to 11/9. After simplification, we will have 9 multiplied in parentheses 5x plus 3 equal 11 multiplied in parentheses 4x plus 3, which means that the x will be equal 33 minus 27, which would be equal to 6. So to calculate present age of Shyla, we need to multiply 6 by 4, which was her ratio in initial equation for the current age, which would be equal to 24. So the correct answer is choice B, 24 years old. Hopefully you've nailed this question and now know how to solve similar problems on the test. And as usual, if you have a better way to solve it, please make sure to share in comments so we can all learn. Here's the question for you to practice. If you calculate the answer to this question, please make sure to post it in the comment section of this video. You need to calculate missing number, and you're presented with 3 triangles. Each triangle has numbers in the corners as well as in the middle. First triangle has number 18 on the top, numbers 4 and 2 at the bottom, and number 3 in the middle. Second triangle has number 56 on the top, numbers 6 and 1 at the bottom, and number 8 in the middle. Third triangle has number 104 on the top, number 8 in the middle, number 5 in the bottom left corner, and number in the bottom right corner is missing. Your choices are 9, 10, 11, and 12. If you can calculate the answer, please make sure to post it in the comment section of this video. Thanks for participating and good luck. Here is a very interesting problem that you might frequently get on the test. You need to determine the next item in the sequence. You're presented with the sequence of large squares. Each large square contains 9 small squares inside, and small squares are of the different color. You need to determine next item in the sequence, and you have 4 different choices. Choices A, B, C, and D. Do you see the answer? Give yourself 10 to 15 seconds, maybe longer, maybe 20 to 30 seconds to see if you can come up with the solution. Did you figure it out? Let's go ahead, move forward to get to the correct solution together. As always, my advice to you, look for patterns. And determining the pattern is key to solving this particular problem. What you need to know to answer this particular question is that blue shape moves within the row of the larger shape. In each row, blue shape moves from left to right, 1 step at a time. And once blue shape reaches the end of the row on the right, it reappears on the left. So the correct answer here is choice D. Hopefully you've nailed this question and now know how to answer similar problems on the test. Here's the practice question for you. Kiara walks at the constant speed of 5 miles per hour. Olivia starts walking at the same time as Kiara, but starts 4 miles behind her and walks at the constant speed of 8 miles per hour. How long will it take Kiara to catch up with Olivia? And you have 4 different choices. Choice A, 50 minutes. Choice B, 60 minutes. Choice C, 70 minutes. And then choice D, 18 minutes. Please give yourself a little bit of time to see if you can come up with the solution. The answer to this problem is not obvious, but if you came up with the solution, please make sure to post it in the comment section of this video so I can give you my feedback. Thanks for participating and good luck. Let's look at the question which you see on the test very often. You need to guess the word and you're presented with 5 different letters. On the screen you see letters R, A, M, E, D, and you need to form a valid English word using these 5 letters. If you're trying to practice for the test, you might consider pausing this video and giving yourself a little bit of time to solve this challenge. Every test is different, but typical rules require you to use all 5 letters, and the final word that you form should match the number of letters that you see on the screen. A lot of times, you might be able to form multiple words using the same letters. Ready or not, I'm going to move forward and reveal the final solution. The solution to this challenge is the word dream, which is spelled as D, R, E, A, and M. Do you see any other solutions to this challenge? Make sure to post any other words that you discovered in the comments of this video. And if you're trying to get ready for the test, make sure to play word games, read a lot, and practice crosswords and puzzles. Here is a very interesting question we frequently see on the test. A 5 by 5 by 5 cube has its side's length increased by 40%. As a result of these changes, by what percentage has cube's total volume increased? You're presented with 4 different choices. Choice A, 274%. Choice B, 325%. Choice C, 357%. And choice D, 379%. Do you see the answer? Give yourself a little bit of time because the answer to this question may not be obvious. Hopefully you've nailed it, but let's move forward and I'll explain you how I solved this problem so we can get to the correct solution together. First thing we're going to do is calculate original's cube volume. 5 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 5 is equals 125. Now let's increase the side of the cube by 40%. 5 multiplied by 1.4 equals 7, which means that the new cube's volume would be calculated as 7 multiplied by 7 multiplied by 7, and the end result will be 343. The volume change in percentages then can be calculated as new volume 343 divided by old volume 125 and multiplied by 100%. The end result of this calculation is 274.4%. So the correct choice here is choice A, 274%. Hopefully you've nailed this question and now know how to answer similar problems on the test. Here's a cool question you frequently see on the test. You need to calculate the question mark, and you're presented with the 3-layer pyramid. On the bottom layer, you have numbers 8 and 2. On the middle layer, you have numbers 4 and 6. And in the top layer, you have numbers 3, and on the other side of the pyramid, you have a question mark. And this question mark can be one of those 4 values. Your choice A is 6, choice B is 10, choice C is 7, and choice D is 2. Do you see the answer? Give yourself a little bit of time. For some of you, this type of question might be easy, but for some of you, it might require some thinking. So feel free to pause this video to see if you can come up with the solution. Ready or not, let's go ahead and get to the correct solution together. As you might have figured out, the key to solve these types of challenges is always look for patterns. And if you look closely, each row adds up to 10. And vertically, values also add up to 15. So the correct answer here is choice C, 7. Hopefully you've nailed this question and now know how to answer similar problems on the test. Can you tell us how many questions did you answer correctly? Please make sure to post in the comment section of this video to share with others. And now let's continue to get you ready for the test. Here's a very interesting question you frequently see on the test. You're presented with 3 triangles. Each of the corners of each triangle has numbers. For example, first triangle has number 18 on the top, numbers 4 and 2 at the bottom, and number 3 in the middle. Second triangle has numbers 56, 6 and 1, and number 8 in the middle. Third triangle has number 104 on the top, number 8 in the middle, number 5 in the bottom left corner and one missing number in the bottom right corner. You need to calculate the missing number. You have 4 different choices. Choice A, 9, choice B, 10, choice C, 11, and choice D, 12. Do you see the answer? Give yourself a little bit of time to make sure you can come up with the solution. Ready or not, I am going to move forward so we can solve this problem together. As usual, my advice to you, always look for patterns. And in this particular problem, the pattern is that the top number divided by the sum of the bottom 2 numbers is equal the middle number. Let's look at the example. For example, 18 divided in parentheses 4 plus 2 would be an equivalent of 18 divided by 6 and would result in 3. 56 divided by the sum of 6 and 1 would be an equivalent of 56 divided by 7 and would equal 8. Which means that we can build a formula. And our formula will have 1 over 4 on the left divided the value in parentheses 3 plus question mark would be equal to 8. Which means that the question mark would be equal 104 divided by 8 minus 3, which would be an equivalent of 13 minus 3, which would be equal to 10. So the question mark equals to 10, and the correct answer is choice B, 10. Hopefully you've nailed this question and now know how to answer similar problems on the test. Thanks for watching. If you liked the content, please give us a like and consider subscribing. Thanks for all your endorsement, support, and patronage. For additional helpful information, please make sure to check out links in the description. For detailed list of available resources, I encourage you to check out resources page on our website, howtoanalyzedata.net/resources. If you know someone who would benefit from this content, please consider sharing the link. Please leave the feedback, corrections, or suggestions in comments. And all the best on your journey. I'll see you in my next video.